this morning, but I have been in such a rut using the Tarte Aqua Lilies palette day after day, so I'm sure you guys are tired of seeing and hearing about that palette. So I went to my Pinterest and I have a board that is just dedicated to makeup, either cosmetic products I'm interested in or makeup looks I really like. So I found one and it's of Jessica Chastain, so I have it on my tablet right here. So I'm just going to try to recreate this the best I can. I'm not trying to look like her, I just really think the eye look is really pretty. So I went upstairs and I swatched a bunch of things, and I think I have everything I need to create a similar look. And some of the products are new and some are long time favorites. So if you'd like to watch me get ready and recreate this look, please keep watching. So Jessica's skin in the picture is beautiful and flawless, but it doesn't look like she has a heavy or full coverage foundation. So I'm just going to use a tinted moisturizer, and today I'm going to use the Josie Maran Argan Tinted Moisturizer. I'm just going to apply a light layer of this. I'm just going to dot it around and then blend it in with a buffing brush. So I have this in the shade Fair 1, and this is my current favorite tinted moisturizer. When it goes on, it looks a little bit yellow, but you can see it blends out really nicely and it just goes really well into my skin. It is not a mattifying tinted moisturizer, but it doesn't get too greasy on my skin, and as long as I don't use too much, it has really great lasting ability. So I've been wearing this for most of the month, and I'm glad I'm going to be able to show it to you in this video because I'm sure it's going to be in the end of the month favorites video. So the tinted moisturizer just helped even out my skin tone, but it didn't cover up my skin, and it feels really light and nice on the skin. So the next thing I'm going to do is just cover up some of my redness and under eye circles, and I'm using another Josie Maran product, and this is the Argan Creamy Concealer Crayon, and I'm just going to apply this around the redness and then just blend it in with my finger. And I'm going to do the same underneath my eyes. Now that the base is done, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. I'm just going to simply fill them in with a little bit of MAC's Lingering Brow Pencil. So I'm not going to put a lot of pressure. I'm not going for a super defined eyebrow today. Moving on to my eyes, and also moving on to some of my all-time favorite products, I'm going to use two of the Buxom Stay There eyeshadows. The first one is one of my all-time favorites and one of the first ones I ever bought, and this is in the shade Pug. So I'm just going to take that on a little synthetic brush. This one is from Urban Decay, and I'm just going to place this on the lid. So Jessica has very hooded eyes, so it's a little bit hard to see what she has going on exactly on the lid, but I think Pug is beautiful, and I think it's kind of, she must have something similar going on. So I'm going to move to another one of the Stay There eyeshadows, and this is a shimmery white, and the shade is called Sheepdog. And I'm going to take it on another synthetic eyeshadow brush. This one is a little bit more pointed, and I'm just going to apply this right here in the inner corner. So kind of coming to the top of the tear duct and then blending it in with the Pug. I'm going to go in with some powdered eyeshadows from my Lorac Pro Palette, and first I'm going to take mauve on a fluffy crease brush. So I'm just using this mauve shade to kind of buff out the Pug cream shadow that's on the crease. So just going back and forth and just simply placing it here and kind of keeping it a little bit low for now. Jessica has taken her eyeshadow up a lot further than I normally do, but we're going to try it and see how it goes. On the same crease brush, I'm just going to dip in a little bit to taupe. So everything I've done to my eyes so far has been very cool. So the taupe is just going to bring a little warmth. So I'm going to kind of place my brush above where I put mauve and just run this up. And like I said, her eyeshadow goes very high, almost up to her eyebrow. So I'm going to take this pretty close up there and just run this right above the mauve, and then slowly bring my brush down to blend the two colors together. Now I'm going to start working in some of the lighter shades into the look. I'm going to put Cream, which is a matte shade, up underneath my brow bone, and then I'm going to use Nude, which is a lot more shimmery and light reflective. I'm going to use this on the inner corner. So I'm just going to stamp Cream, which is the matte shade, right underneath my brow bone, not bringing it down very far at all. Now I have nude on a pencil brush, and I'm just going to apply it right where I applied the cream shadow in Sheepdog earlier. And then making sure to blend it up into Pug. So in the picture, it looks like she has a black cream liner on her top lash line. And one, I didn't bring one of those down, and two, just to create a little bit of a softer look, I'm just gonna take black from the Lorac Pro Palette on an angle brush. I'm just going to press that up in between my lashes and then also create a line on my upper lash line. I'm also going to place a little bit of the black on the lower lash line as well, and just kind of press it right up against the roots of the lashes. So not really kind of keeping it very thin and not smoking it out too much. Okay, so I think I'm done with eyeshadow, and all I'm going to do now is curl my eyelashes and add some black mascara. When I looked at her cheeks, I immediately thought of MAC's Gingerly blush. And I think this blush works on a lot of different skin tones, but especially if you are a fair-skinned redhead, I think Gingerly would definitely have a place in your collection. So I'm going to take this on a blush brush, and she's wearing her blush a little bit lower than I normally do. So I'm going to start it in this area and then just gently feather it backwards. On her lips, she's wearing a kind of rosy neutral with, has a little bit of shine. So for me, I'm gonna go with the Dior Jelly Lip Pen, and I have it in the shade Copacabana 516. So I'm just going to apply this straight to the lips. And I think it does look pretty similar to what she has on. All right, I'm gonna go and curl my hair really quick, and I will be back with the completed look. Here's my completed Jessica Chastain-inspired makeup look. I hope you enjoyed watching. I would love to hear if you ever get into makeup ruts as well, and what you do to get out. If you watch YouTube videos or look at magazines, or if, like me, you collect images that you really like on Pinterest. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.